With so much going on in the economy right now because of the virus, the government finally decided that it was time for more stimulus. And with what's happening right now in America, we needed it. I mean, they definitely tried the first time and gave us the CARES Act, which gave every American $1,200. Well, almost every American. And ever since then, a lot of people felt like that just wasn't enough. With people having lost their jobs a month ago, $1,200 just wasn't gonna cut it for the average American. And since Jerome Powell already said he's willing to do whatever it takes to keep the economy afloat, why shouldn't Americans get more money? There's a new stimulus bill that's been finalized and sent to the House that's gonna be voted on this upcoming Friday. So the first bill was called the CARES Act. This new bill is called the HEROES Act. And it's about 1,800 pages. And if you wanna read it for yourself, I'll drop the link in the description below. Now, we all heard the talks about everyone in America getting $2,000 a month for a year. There were talks about everyone getting $2,000 and $1,000 a month after that. There were also talks about no rent and mortgage payments for a year. And even though those aren't happening to the degree that we all had hoped, they do show themselves in this new bill. And all of these wonderful things for the low cost of only $3 trillion. Which would include a stimulus check up to $6,000, student loan forgiveness, no rent and mortgage payments, you stimulating the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and so much more, including things like frontline workers' increased pay. And there's so many other things included in this bill that I think that everyone should be aware of. And instead of going page by page and bit by bit through this bill, which would probably take a lot longer than I know you're willing to listen to me talk, I'll just sum up the parts that I think is the most important. And if you appreciate me bringing you things like this, please like the video so that YouTube will know to show it to other people who would also appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Now, let's get into it. The first thing that I know everyone is wondering about is these stimulus checks. Well, as it stands, not everyone's not getting $2,000 a month every month for a year, but there will be another round of $1,200 stimulus checks. I didn't get my first stimulus check and I wasn't even eligible for it. So why do I care about this one? That's one of the things that was addressed in this new bill. So everyone will get the $1,200, including people who were too old to be claimed as children and people who were in college. So for example, if your parent had you as a dependent and she was supposed to get $500 but didn't because you were over the age limit, then this time she would get $1,200 for you and $500 from the last time she didn't get it. Now, there's a salary cap for this, so anyone who makes less than $75,000 a year qualifies for this. And it doubles for married couples to $150,000. As it stands, every $100 that you make over the $75,000 mark, you lose $5. So if you make over $99,000, you don't get anything. So essentially speaking, a family that claims 3 dependents could see up to $6,000 in one stimulus check. And next we're gonna talk about housing because this was a big one. There was all these talks about, oh yeah, we're not gonna have to pay rent and mortgage for a complete year. And the government's gonna set up this trust where landlords and people who own real estate can just pick their money out of it and pay themselves for the time being. So as it stands, there's a 12-month eviction freeze. If this bill passes, that means tenants cannot be evicted for not paying their bills for up to 12 months. And that doesn't mean the landlord can't pursue you for back rent. It just means that there's currently a judgment on your account that doesn't necessarily forgive the fact that you owe money. It just means you cannot be evicted for it. And this is a great thing because this really gives people the peace of mind that they need, that they're not going to end up homeless because they can't go to work. And for homeowners, you can enter a 12-month forbearance period for any residential loan between 1 to 4 units. And the beautiful thing about this one is it's automatic. So if you fall behind or have fallen behind on any of your payments, the bank will automatically enter you into a 6-day forbearance period. And if you need additional time, you can extend that forbearance period up to 360 days. And this won't affect your credit negatively because it will not show up on any credit report that you were in a forbearance period during this crisis. There's even a mitigation clause in here, which talks about in regards to escrow payments, where part of your payments go towards things like property tax, the lender is actually responsible for paying those for you. So in the CARES Act, there was the increase of unemployment by $600 a week. And these payments were set to stop July 31st of 2020. And this new bill, it says that unemployment benefits, the extra $600 a week, will be extended until January 31st of 2021. Then, in addition, $200 billion has been allocated for something called the Pandemic Premium Pay. And this payment is for all frontline workers. Basically what it is a $13 increase to whatever you're making currently as an essential worker. And this payment increase will last up to 60 days after the virus calms down. So let's say that your company qualifies for this and you're getting paid $10 an hour. Well, with this, that $13 added will mean that you're now getting paid at a rate of $23 an hour. And you'll get a back pay refund for every hour that you work at the rate of $23 an hour all the way from January 27th, which is about 5 months. Now, don't think, oh yeah, I've been working all this overtime, I'm about to be loaded, because it caps out at a single $10,000 check for a refund. If you make over $200,000 working for a company that does qualify for this, you still can get the extra $13 an hour. You just won't get as big of a refund for the back pay. You can only qualify for up to $5,000 in a back payment. And for all the college students out there, this is the part that I think you're really gonna love. And this is student loan forgiveness. And there's a whole lot of political jargon in here that basically says that if you have student loan debt, the government will pay your monthly payments up to $10,000 until September of 2021. But you have to take into consideration that a government bailout will only bail out government student loans. And just imagine if you're already paying your student loans, someone doubling up your payments, or just what having that extra money would do for you. And with $3 trillion literally being printed, the government is literally handing out money. And there's so much opportunity in the world right now. So make sure you increase your financial literacy by subscribing to this channel. And with all that being said, if you want to check this bill out for yourself, I'll drop the link in the description below, right next to a link to Robinhood, where you can get yourself a free stock for just signing up. So I'll see you next time when we come back and I help you manage your money.